Weed. Some call it medicine, some call it poison. Reality is it can be both harmful and helpful depending on your genetics and the usage, and also a bunch of other factors. And cannabis has a sister that's rarely talked about, and that's hemp, right? And hemp is pretty nifty. It can be used for everything from ropes to cosmetics to medicine to even more drugs besides your regular Delta-9 THC weed. For a whole host of reasons, hemp was legalized in 2018 via the Farm Bill, and this opened a kind of Pandora's box in that you can now make a bunch of drugs out of hemp, right? This includes Delta-8, this includes HHC, this includes THCP, THCO, and a bunch of other varieties of THC that are endless. So naturally, a lot of entrepreneurs want to make the most of this opportunity. So this led to the rise of the burgeoning smoke shop industry. If you drive around any town across the country, you'll find numerous of these head shops, smoke shops, whatever you want to call them. They'll sell a variety of things ranging from vapes to chips to all of these hemp-derived products to even like regular flower that they call THCA because of legal reasons I'll just put on screen. The people who started these smoke shops saw a lot of opportunity, a kind of gold rush, and there are often small family businesses. But as with everything, there is a flip side to all of this, right? A lot of these hemp-derived products have a lot of contamination in them, right? A lot of studies have found heavy metals in them, chemicals that you would not want to have in them, right? And sometimes kids find their way to accessing these drugs that they should not be getting their hands on, right? And it's for those reasons that Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio, just passed an executive order as of last week when I'm filming this that just banned these hemp-derived products completely altogether for the next 90 days. Right? And this is while a bill is making its way through the State House right over there that would regulate the industry just as stringently as cannabis, right? And so some of the things that would affect these hemp-derived products include it would be only sold in dispensaries, it would face the same kind of tax that cannabis faces, it would have to go through rigorous testing, it would have to be regulated by the government, all this kind of stuff, right? All this kind of stuff that it does not have now. So this video should hopefully be a two-part video. I reached out to the legislators who co-signed on that bill. However, I did get the chance to interview a smoke shop owner, and so the people at Hedz Up Head Shop were very gracious to let me go inside and film. So that's going to be the rest of the video. So would you mind introducing yourself?
My name is Melissa Fleming, and my husband and I would own Hedz Up.
Nice. So what were the kind of challenges starting this business?
Biggest challenges when we first started the business was location, finding a location first. Once we found this location, which is wonderful, we're close to campus, getting your name out there, learning it, and then competing with the other neighborhood stores, making sure that we had something a little different that nobody else does. So first things one of the biggest challenges we faced when after we opened was when they did the flavor ban, because that hurt our business a lot. Because one of the main things everybody loved about us is we carried everything, you know, from every Dutch, every Swisher, even the higher end. You've got like the backwoods and loose leaves. We had everything, every flavor of everyone. So the flavor ban really hit us hard there. It was like big time. You can't sell those. So less people were coming in. But then we started having the THCA, and excuse me, it brought more people back in. So more people wanted to come in. So now we've got over the first hurdle. Now we're coming into the second hurdle. And honestly, I don't know if this goes through as they're saying it's going to. It's going to seriously hurt our business. I mean, you're talking probably 30% or more customers who came in for that. Now they're coming in for, they were coming in for that, plus they get the reps. Well, now if they can't come in for this, we don't have the flavors now, so they may go somewhere else. And like I said, it's a big toll.
Yeah, I know that you said you guys started this 3 years ago?
I think we're going on 4. Or no, did we just pass 4? I'm trying to think. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
It might be, I think 3, almost 4, yeah. I think we're 4 years.
Okay. So 3-4 years ago, there's been like a big wave of smoke shops opening up nationwide, especially in the state of Ohio.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you have to say about that?
I think it shows that a lot of people are trying to be more specialized. It's getting a lot more there's more smokers, more people are, because it's becoming more commonplace, smoking and marijuana and cannabis in general. So people are riding that wave. But it's also, for competition-wise, not so good, because you have to you're constantly on your game, making sure that your prices are comparable or better. You have something that everybody wants. You have to keep your niche and keep it evolving and changing.
I was talking to your daughter, and she said that this is very important for your family because it's your guys' business.
Yeah, this is what we do. Like I said, we put everything into it. We used to own rental properties, and when that kind of market, right around before COVID, we sold a lot of them, which thankfully. So, and this was something else to do. And my husband, probably 20 years ago, he owned, it was Partners in Kind Trading Place, another head shop. That was, I'm not exactly sure, I can't remember where, but it was in Columbus here. So he kind of had that idea of what he knew that area, and this came about. So this is all our eggs are in this basket right now.
Yeah, I used to work for a small business in my hometown. And it was just like the littlest things can be like very volatile.
Oh, exactly. It can blow up, and it can affect your business so much, because the smallest things. I mean, we have certain things that we know. We have regular customers who are very loyal, who we absolutely adore. We know people on a first name, first basis. So that's wonderful. But yeah, the smallest things, the flavor band being one of them. Other shops, like Layla's was a big competition, but not really. Sorry. Well, we have Layla's, and then I guess 2 more shops just opened up like right around the corner here. So it's just constantly, yes, the competition's there. We do certain things, like we do have our 420 sale every year. We have a huge party for everybody. We started that when we first opened, and so that draws people in. We've got, like I said, we have loyal regulars who are our backbone, and they're wonderful. But yeah, there's lots of little things that are going to affect you. Price-wise, getting some from one supplier versus another. And the other thing is too, just because we are doing the things the right way, we card everybody 21 and over. We're not selling to anybody underage. Doesn't mean somebody else is. So they're giving a bad name to us, to smoke shops in general, who aren't following the rules.
So what was it like, I believe it was on Wednesday, when the announcement came out from Governor DeWine. So what was it like for you to get that news that hemp-derived products would be banned?
Literally, like my stomach, is just something that it made brought tears. That what are we gonna do? What's gonna happen? And then lots of research on what can be stopped? Can we do? What can we do? I don't know. It's frustrating. It's upsetting, because a lot of the things that they're saying aren't true. They are manipulating it to how they want it to sound, and I guess that happens with a lot of things. I think this is DeWine's personal opinion. I don't think it's the masses. And regulations, I'm all for regulations, as we all are. Yes, there's no child should be able to walk into a store and buy it. I don't think they are. Personally, I don't know anybody selling to a 10-year-old, but okay. Yeah, I mean, the amount, depression, I mean, just kind of like scrambling, like, what are we going to do? If this does go through, we are losing probably 30 to 40% of our business, if not more. It's scary. It's real scary.
Yes, for sure. So before I turn on the camera, you said that you have a lot of thoughts on the regulations. So what regulations would you like to see?
I would definitely like to have it 21 and over. That's something that's, no matter what, it should be a given. A lot of the same restrictions that you on alcohol. If you're 21 and over, you have to have, I know with these, I would like, being able to have lab reports. If you need to pull it up, like almost all of ours, there's a QR code on the back. You can scan it, and it'll tell you what's in them, where it's at. People aren't just selling it to anyone. That's like I said, a lot of it, alcohol. The same restrictions we have on alcohol is something that, but also with the added safety precautions, like as far as being able to see lab reports, see what it comes. Most the packaging are tight. They're just what they consider childproof. You're not going to get away from colors, because hey, adults like color too. We like colors. So, yes, I don't know. I guess my biggest thing is if your kids are getting into it, why aren't you watching your kid? That's, and I know it sounds really bad,
right?
But we have alcohol on the shelves. You have Capri Sun hard. Capri Sun. That's a Capri Sun for kids.
I did not know that.
You have Sunny D hard.
Okay.
I mean, Lipton iced tea, Mountain Dew. All of those are alcohol. They have alcohol in all this. The can of it, Arizona tea. I drank one by mistake. Like my son's friend, he's 24. He had it in the house, and I grabbed it. I was like, it tastes identical. Those are more likely to be in your refrigerator where a kid can get a hold of it. Yeah, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to touch on that. They won't allow it. they won't say a word about it.
So, how would you explain to somebody else who doesn't know the difference between, like, say, like a hemp-derived product and just like straight up like cannabis?
See, that's a touchy one because it depends on what you're talking. Cannabis itself, I mean, most people know what cannabis sativa is. The THC, which is delta tetra 9 and THC is delta 9. That's what grabs a hold of. We have the receptors in our brain that's what it attaches to. Delta 8 is a naturally occurring cannabinoid. It is in the flower automatically. It is in the cannabis sativa plant. They don't have to manipulate it to get that. Now, HHC or THCO, those are manipulated. I get that. But pot itself, like, you know, the delta 9, delta 8, it's a cannabinoid. It's naturally occurring. So to explain that to somebody, you know, they're not taking and saying it. Oh, that's when he says adulterated. I don't like that. You know, other than the fact, yes, they're isolating it more so.
And so, what kind of safety precautions do you take to make sure that the products on your shelves are safe?
Like I said, we buy from reputable manufacturers, reputable companies. They are lab tested, so we are able to pull them up, make sure they're lab tested. Anything, check the expiration dates, make sure they're not going out and that they're not out of date. So it's not harming anybody that way. You know, basically anything you would do, any kind of consumable. You know, you can't sell expired candy.
Yeah,
it's the same thing, but. We're checking every single ID. Any person that comes in here, you have to be 21 to buy it. And I don't care if you got your 10-year-old, if there's a kid with you and they're like, looking, we're not going to do it. If you're looking sketch, we're not, I'm not going to let you buy it for somebody else.
Yeah. So we've talked a lot about like the risks that come with the stuff that you sell. And so how do you think that somebody should, if they're a smoke shop owner, like act ethically?
Ethically?
Yes.
Don't think about the dollar. Make you ID. That's the biggest thing. I can't stress that enough. Card everybody. Card. You check everybody. I don't care if you know them. I don't care if you've seen them. I don't care if you feel like a jerk. Card them. If they don't have it, then they don't need it. You know, that's just, if somebody comes in, they've got a 16-year-old. You can clearly see that they're buying it for somebody else. Don't sell it. Don't worry about your bottom line or your dollar. You need to make sure that it's getting into the hands of the proper people. Now, what somebody does with it outside of the store, I can't stop them. I can't control that. But I can control what's in our store. We can make sure that people are of age. If we got a correct ID, then that's because as adults we all have that choice to do what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's why shouldn't we? I'm sorry, government doesn't get to decide that. Yeah, they're trying, but they don't get to decide. So I ethically make sure you're carding every single people. Make sure they're getting it from reputable people that what's in it. It's not somebody just making back room that where it's coming from. It's from lab tested facilities that are clean and they're sterile and it's safe.
Would you mind just showing me like around
sure,
like the products that you have and also just anything else?
I personally am not a smoker. I'm allergic to it.
Oh, really?
So, but I highly believe in the medicinal value of it, and have for years.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that people, anxiety, depression, that people will prescribe pharmaceuticals for, but a natural plant they can't have. And I'm sorry, Delta A is just another variation of the plant. THCA is what's before you put heat to it. Before the decarboxylation process, all pots THCA. So there's no adulteration to it, and I think that's where the wine. That's a big thing we just put this adulteration to it. It's not always changed, So, but there's everything that we have here. These are Delta 9, Delta THC. They're different gummies. And they all have, like I said, there's 10 pieces at 150. So they have the milligrams on them. They know what each piece. That's the nice thing about gummies is they are controlled.
Yes.
So somebody who's dosing for a medical, or they want to know exactly, the exact amount you're getting per piece.
Yes.
Which is very nice. So you know what to expect and what to control. Hey Pat. Hi Pat. How are you, sweetie?
Where are you from?
From here, honey.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I can't remember.
These are different cards we have. They're all just the same thing. Again, they are how many milligrams, and they do have the. Let's see if I can show you on the back of most of these here. They have the QR codes on them, so they're able to scan those, and they tell what's going, what's in and where your lab reports are. So it's, like I said, big thing, and everything we have is behind counter. And then we have more carts here and here, here. Like I said, so when I say it's a big cart or a big hit, it's going to be a big hit. Yeah. Because this will all have to be gone.
I see you.
So there's a lot. But that's where hopefully it's a return. I know there's already some lawsuits, and I was reading one of them last night, the actual lawsuit itself. And yeah, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, because he did backtrack. Back in January, Dwayne said that he did not have the authority to do it. And now he's all of a sudden he does.
So what's your guys' plans after this if it, does go through?
If it does go through,
Yes.
obviously we'll have to pull everything off the shelf, just because to follow suit, because we're not. So we'll pull everything, probably hold on to what we can for till 90 days and see what happens. If not, we're really we're going to shorten hours for sure. Our last resort is to lay off any of our girls. We don't want to because their families depend on it. Their family too. We try to take care of them as much as we can, but we're not. Eventually, if it comes down to it, it gets real bad. We will have to close our doors, and that's not something I want to think about. Like, it makes me sad. I can't even imagine. I really can't.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to say?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm good.
So what really stuck out to me during that interview was just how much this issue is about so much more than the drugs. It is about also just the importance of what a small business is to a family, right? But also this is a very delicate issue, right? Because oftentimes these drugs are dangerous. So I would like to know what you have to think. And so thank you so much for watching, and please give us any feedback in the comments below.